Introduction, dramatic and emotional. Welcome to Happy Plotter, where we unravel the deepest mysteries of the Harry Potter world. Today, we embark on an emotional journey through the life of Severus Snape, one of the most complex and misunderstood characters in the wizarding world. Was he a villain or a hero? A traitor or the bravest man of all? From his troubled childhood to his heartbreaking final moments, Snape's life was one of love, sacrifice, and hidden pain. His story is filled with secrets, regrets, and an undying devotion to the one person he loved above all else, Lily Evans. Join us as we explore the tragic, extraordinary, and hauntingly beautiful life of Severus Snape. Analytical and thought-provoking, Severus Snape is one of the most enigmatic characters in the Harry Potter series. To some, he is a cruel and vindictive professor, taking pleasure in tormenting his students. To others, he is a tragic hero, sacrificing everything for the greater good. But who was the real Snape? Today on Happy Plotter, we will take an in-depth look at Snape's life, from his unhappy childhood to his double life as a spy. How did his obsessive love for Lily Evans shape his destiny? Why did he treat Harry Potter with such hatred, yet secretly protect him at every turn? And in the end, was Snape truly redeemed? Let's dive into the complicated, heart-wrenching, and fascinating life of the Half-Blood Prince. Mysterious and intriguing. After all this time, always, few characters in the Harry Potter universe inspire as much debate and intrigue as Severus Snape. A man of secrets and contradictions, he walked the fine line between light and darkness, love and hatred, loyalty and betrayal. From his painful childhood in Spinner's End to his dangerous double life as a Death Eater and Order of the Phoenix spy, Snape's story is one of tragedy, regret, and unbreakable devotion. But was he truly a hero, or was he simply driven by selfish love? Join us on Happy Plotter as we unravel the mystery of Severus Snape, uncovering the truth behind his most shocking secrets. The life story of Severus Snape. Hi, welcome to Happy Plotter. Today, we are delving deep into the complex and tragic life of one of the most mysterious and controversial characters in the Harry Potter series, Severus Snape. His story is one of love, loss, betrayal, redemption, and sacrifice. Though often viewed as cold, cruel, and distant, Snape was one of the most significant players in the battle against Lord Voldemort, working as a double agent under extreme pressure and emotional turmoil. His love for Lily Evans, his complicated relationship with Harry Potter, and his loyalty to Albus Dumbledore are the core elements that define his character. Let's start from the very beginning and uncover the story of the Half-Blood Prince. Early life and family background. Severus Snape was born on January 9, 1960, in Spinner's End, a poor and gloomy industrial town. His father, Tobias Snape, was a Muggle, while his mother, Eileen Prince, was a witch and a former member of the Hogwarts Slug Club, a social group for talented students under Professor Horace Slughorn. Snape's childhood was anything but happy. Tobias was an abusive and neglectful father who often fought with Eileen, making their home an unhappy place. Due to this, Snape spent much of his time alone or wandering outside, avoiding his parents' arguments. His mother, a skilled but meek witch, rarely intervened, leading Snape to grow up resenting his Muggle heritage and longing for an escape into the wizarding world. Spinner's End, where Snape grew up, was a run-down neighborhood with narrow streets, old brick houses, and a polluted river nearby. The dreary surroundings reflected Snape's own loneliness and bitterness. As a child, he longed for friendship and recognition, something that would greatly influence his choices later in life. Meeting Lily Evans, a childhood bond. One bright spot in Snape's childhood was his friendship with Lily Evans, a Muggle-born witch who lived nearby. From the moment Snape saw Lily perform accidental magic in the park, he was captivated. He saw in her not only kindness and warmth, but also a connection to the magical world, which he so desperately desired. Snape was the one who introduced Lily to the concept of witchcraft, explaining to her that she was a witch and that Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry would one day invite her to study magic. However, their friendship was met with disapproval from Lily's sister, Petunia, who was jealous of her magical abilities. Petunia saw Snape as a strange and undesirable companion, often calling him that odd boy, and referring to him as a freak, just as she did to Lily. Despite Petunia's hostility, Snape and Lily bonded over magic, spending hours discussing Hogwarts and their dreams of escaping to a world where they truly belonged. However, Snape's dark side began to emerge even in these early days. He harbored deep resentment toward Muggles, including Petunia, and showed an early interest in the dark arts, something that worried Lily. Hogwarts years. The divide begins. When Severus Snape arrived at Hogwarts in 1971, he was sorted into Slytherin House, while Lily was placed in Gryffindor. Though they remained close friends, their house placement began to drive a wedge between them. In Slytherin, Snape found acceptance among students who shared his fascination with power and the dark arts. He quickly befriended future Death Eaters, including Lucius Malfoy, Avery, Mulcaber, and Evan Rosier. However, despite his growing involvement with them, he remained devoted to Lily. Unfortunately, Snape also became a frequent target of bullying, particularly at the hands of James Potter and Sirius Black, two Gryffindor students who despised Snape's Slytherin affiliations and interest in the dark arts. James, who was arrogant and popular, often humiliated Snape in front of others, making his school years miserable. One of the most defining moments of Snape's life occurred during their 5th year. After James Potter publicly humiliated him by dangling him upside down and exposing his underwear, Snape lashed out in frustration and called Lily a mudblood, the ultimate insult for a Muggle-born witch. Lily, deeply hurt and angered by Snape's words, ended their friendship, despite Snape's desperate attempts to apologize. From that moment on, Snape lost the only person who truly cared about him. This loss pushed him further down the path of dark magic and closer to Voldemort's ideology, becoming a Death Eater and the biggest regret. After graduating from Hogwarts, Snape joined Lord Voldemort's followers, the Death Eaters. He became a skilled Legilimens, mind reader, and a Clumens, mind blocker, earning the Dark Lord's trust. However, during his time as a Death Eater, Snape made a terrible mistake that would define the rest of his life. He overheard Professor Sybil Trelawney delivering a prophecy to Albus Dumbledore at the Hog's Head Inn. The prophecy foretold that a child born at the end of July would have the power to defeat Voldemort. Snape eagerly reported this information to Voldemort, unaware that it would lead to the targeting of Lily Evans' son, Harry Potter. When Snape realized that Voldemort had chosen Lily's child as the target, he was horrified. In a desperate attempt to save her, he begged Voldemort to spare Lily, even offering his eternal loyalty in exchange for her life. But Voldemort refused, intending to kill the entire family. Desperate, Snape turned to Albus Dumbledore, whom he had always viewed with suspicion and resentment. He made a deal with the Hogwarts headmaster. In exchange for protecting Lily, Snape would serve Dumbledore as a double agent. Despite Snape's pleas, Lily was murdered on October 31, 1981. Voldemort's killing curse rebounded on him, leaving Harry Potter as the boy who lived. Snape was utterly devastated, collapsing in grief when he learned of Lily's death. His love for Lily never faded, and he swore to protect her son, not out of love for the boy himself, but out of guilt and devotion to her memory. Dumbledore convinced Snape to become a double agent, ensuring that Voldemort's followers believed he was still loyal to them while secretly working for the Order of the Phoenix. Professor Snape, the Secret Guardian. Snape returned to Hogwarts as a potions master, but his bitterness and lingering hatred for James Potter led him to despise Harry. Though Snape spent years protecting Harry from danger, he did so with harshness and cruelty, making the boy's life miserable. However, behind the scenes, Snape played a vital role in the fight against Voldemort. He provided Dumbledore with inside information, worked tirelessly to protect Hogwarts, and ultimately agreed to kill Dumbledore when the headmaster was cursed with a deadly spell. In the final moments of his life, Snape revealed the truth to Harry, showing him memories of his undying love for Lily and his lifelong mission to protect him. His last words to Harry were filled with emotion. "Look at me." As he. Thanks for watching Potterheads. Goodbye.